Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. I hope all of you are enjoying this amazing day off. Happy Tuesday, everybody. In this video, we are going to fly on the road to success with the butterfly method. I tried to do a butterfly, like the butterfly wings. It didn't work, looked kind of corny, but that's okay because important part of this video is adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators using the butterfly method. So I am going to model the steps for that. I'm going to go through each problem step by step, and I'm going to show you how these problems are the same except for one step. There is one difference between adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. One difference. There is one step that's different. All the other steps are completely the same. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go through each step. I'm going to do Step 1 for solving the addition problem, Step 1 for solving the subtraction problem, Step 2 for solving the addition problem, Step 2 for solving the subtraction problem, Step 3, and so on. So you see the steps, see how very similar it is. Because I notice with a lot of students, they understand the concept, they understand the butterfly method, but the sign throws them off. All right, but I'm going to get right into it. Before I start, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you are updated on all upcoming videos. All right, we are now going to get into it. All right, 2/10 plus 1/12. So the first step, whether we are adding or subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, is to find a common denominator. And we do that simply by multiplying the denominators. So we are going to multiply 10 times 12. 1 times 12 will be 12. 10 times 12, all you got to do is add a 0 to it. So we have our denominator now. 120ths. 4 9ths minus 3 12ths. First step is the same. Even though we're subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, the first step is always the same. Find a common denominator. We do that by multiplying the denominators. So 9 times 12. 10 times 12 is 120. 9 times 12 is going to be 12 less than that. So 9 times 12 equals 108. So we have our denominators in both of the problems. Next step. Here we go. So now we have to multiply each of the numerators with the opposite denominator. So for 2/10, we're not going to multiply 2 times 10, but we're going to multiply 2 times 12 because it's the numerator with the opposite denominator. That is what we're multiplying here. So 2 times 12 equals 24, and we are going to put that 24 on top of the circle above the fraction here. Down here, again, even though we're subtracting fractions here, the step is the same. We multiply the numerator with the opposite denominator, so we're going to multiply 4 times 12 over here. 4 times 12 equals 48. I really just made this line to separate the two problems, but I can move it up a little higher. 4 times 12, 48. I'm going to put that above the 4 9ths here. Step number 3, again, so far it is all the same, no differences. So now we got to multiply the numerator with the other denominator. So 1 times 10. 1 times 10 equals 10. Above the 1/12, we're going to put 10. For the subtraction step, I put a multiplication sign because I just wanted to make it clear we were multiplying these two numbers, but I don't want you to get confused. Here again, 3. Now we are multiplying 3 times 9. 3 times 9 is 27. So we put the 27 above the 3/12. So far, all the steps have been exactly the same. But now we're going to rock out with the one step that's different. The one difference between adding fractions with unlike denominators and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators. There's one step that is different, And it's a very simple difference, and I'm going to show you the difference right now. So the final step for the adding fractions with unlike denominators is we have to put a plus sign in there. We have to add the two numerators. The final step for subtracting fractions with unlike denominators is we put a minus sign in here and we subtract the two numerators. So the only difference is what sign you put in between the numbers. That's the only difference. When you're adding fractions with unlike denominators, you put a plus sign in between the numbers, and then you add your numerators. When you're subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, you put a minus sign in between the two numbers, and you subtract the numerators. So we can now add these two numerators. 24 plus 10 equals 34. So we have our answer. 2/10 plus 1/12 equals 34 120ths. Now, granted, this answer is not in lowest terms, but I like to keep the simplifying videos, the videos on simplifying fractions, separate. All right, so this is the answer we're going to stick with here. It's the correct answer, but it's not yet in lowest terms. Just know the simplifying fractions into lowest terms. I have plenty of videos on that, but I keep those videos separate. I don't do those videos. I don't want to overload you with too many steps. So the simplifying this in lowest terms is going to be a separate video. All right. So now the subtraction problem, 48 minus 27 is 21. So we have our answer here as well. 4/9 minus 3/12 equals 21 108ths. Again, not in lowest terms, but simplifying videos, I am going to keep that separate. So there you have it. This is how you add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators. So all the steps are the same. Step 1, you multiply the denominators to get a common denominator. Step 2, steps 2 and 3, you multiply the numerator with the opposite denominator. And you write the numbers above. Step 4, for the adding fractions, you put a plus sign and you add the numerators. For the subtracting fractions, you put a minus sign and you subtract the numerators. That is the only difference. All the other steps are the same. That is my video today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Huge shout out to everybody watching these videos and everybody dedicated to getting better at math and reading. Please leave a comment, hit that like button. Again, I'm going to remind you, I reminded you at the beginning of the video, but at the end of the video, I'm going to remind you again. Please hit that notification bell so you are notified on all my upcoming videos. And if there is an area of math or reading that you are struggling with, I am here to help. So write that in the comments, and I will do a future video on that skill. Again, happy Tuesday, everybody, and have a great rest of the day.